Cameron, and this is
Omar.
And welcome to our evening news update.
In national news, the government has announced plans to invest in renewable energy sources and combat climate change.
The plan includes the construction of wind and solar farms, as well as the implementation of more energy-efficient technologies.
This comes as part of the government's commitment to achieving carbon objectivity by the year 2050.
And then what's happening in the NFL right now?
Currently in the NFL, we had some amazing games for the AFC and the NFC championships. For the AFC, it was Kansas City Chiefs versus Cincinnati Bengals. And for the NFC, it was Eagles versus the 49ers.
Yeah, some wonderful games. The Eagles did pull out on top to win the game 31-7 against the 49ers. What a blowout, we did not expect that. And the Chiefs had a very close game with the Bengals, but the Chiefs did win. It was a very close game down to 20-20 in the last few seconds, but then the Chiefs kicked a field goal and won the game 23-20. In my opinion, that game was kind of the Bengals versus Reds, don't you think?
Yeah, it was. It was one of my favorite games so far.
It was a pretty good game this season.
For me, what I am is a personal fan of the 49ers, and I was pretty upset when the Eagles won that. I was like, man.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit of a cheap game because they were playing very aggressive.
Yeah, and the rest didn't really call much on the Bengals. I mean, honestly, I wanted the Bengals to get to the Super Bowl again. The Eagles versus Bengals would have been Super Bowl.
Okay, so for me, I would say that the Bengals and the Chiefs, they're both really good teams, but for me, I would rather say Chiefs.
Yeah, and then this weekend, last weekend, we'll be able to see the Super Bowl, so.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a wonderful game. Who do you think's going to win?
I would say the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, the Bengals aren't going to be in the Super Bowl, but I want the Bengals to win.
Well, what I meant to say was if they were.
Yeah, if they were in it, but I really hope the Eagles are going to win it, so.
Yeah.
That should be a wonderful week. So, that'll be all for today, folks. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
2, 1. Hello, Sierra. It's your daily SMS news reporter, Vince Basher. Let's get right into it. Our sports have been looking very good over the year. Districts in women's and 8th grade basketball, flag football in 8th grade, wrestling in both sexes for 8th grade, 7th grade volleyball, but there are more to come as of right now. Sierra is 3-0, beating Mount Ridge, Crest Hill, and Mesa in blowout fashion. Myself, Christian Williams, and Tyler Henry have been putting up crazy stat lines. In the following weeks, we'll be playing Ranchview on Monday the 13th. Then they play Sagewood the next week on Wednesday, February 15th. After they get done winning that game, they'll move on and take a week off and play Cimarron the last game of the season. Then they go to districts, hopefully bring back a banner. Go Eagles! And shout out to our Palms team cheering us on for the past few weeks. I'm Vince Basham, and this concludes our broadcast.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks for asking. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
Sure.
So how do you feel about the Eagles and Chiefs going to the Super Bowl?
Great for them, not so great for the Niners.
What are your thoughts on who should have played at the Super Bowl?
I would have loved to see my Niners make it, but when you don't have a quarterback anymore, it's hard to win games.
Guessing your team's the 49ers?
Correct.
Well, thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Bye. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for asking. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel about the Eagles and Chiefs going to the Super Bowl?
I'm honestly kind of indifferent to both teams being in the Super Bowl. I'm a Patriots fan, so I don't really have any affiliation with either team. When I was watching the playoffs, if I had to pick someone to root for in the Super Bowl, I was going to pick the 49ers because I grew up in San Francisco. But both of these teams, I'm kind of like, I mean, they're good. They clearly made it to the Super Bowl, but I have zero preference either way.
What are your thoughts on who should have played at the Super Bowl?
I genuinely think that, the best teams won, and I think that the coolest thing about this Super Bowl matchup is that it's the first time two African American quarterbacks are going to play each other. So I think in that regard, this is a really cool Super Bowl. But I don't necessarily know if I have any like thoughts on like who should have played, because obviously the best teams, won. They made it. So.
Yeah. What's your football team?
I'm a Patriots fan. My dad is from the East Coast, and so I like to tell people that I was brainwashed first by that side of the family. So I'm a Boston, or I guess New England Patriots fan
Nice.
because of that. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
Nice day.
Yeah. You too.
Hey, welcome back to another stupid G-related episode. G stands for Godzilla, clearly. So, in this time, I'm going to be reviewing the MonsterVerse Godzilla and Project Kaiju. So, overall, it's a very great model, very neat animations and whatnot, very cool moveset. I'm about to get onto that. So, first of all, you have your left click combo. You press it 3 times, you get a slash, then a tail whip. Then your Z move is very annoying. You just run and block pretty much any attack. Your X move is just... It's a tail whip, like in every other MonsterVerse movie there has been with Godzilla in it. Then you have your C move, which is just a simple atomic breath. Then you crawl if you press your spacebar, as portrayed in the GBK movie. With your Z move, during crawling, you just jump. Then your X move is just another tail whip, but on the other side. Then your C move, you just jump and claw at things. Then G V move, and you gotta get out of there. Then, if your health bar is low enough, you get to go thermonuclear, as portrayed in Godzilla King of the Monsters. So, as of now, my overall thoughts on this, I think it's a very, very neat kaiju, very solid.
Hey Sierra students, I will be interviewing 2 of our new students that are Ukrainian refugees.
Привет, Сиера. Мы 2 студента из Украины, и мы хотим сравнить жизнь в Украине и в США. Одна из этих вещей заключается в том, что в Украине холоднее, чем в США. Еще одна из этих вещей – нормальный завтрак, который хлеб и яйца.
Hello Sierra students, we are 2 Ukrainian refugees that just came to the U.S. We are going to compare the U.S. to Ukraine. One of those things is that in Ukraine it's a lot colder. Another thing is that we have fried eggs for breakfast. I guess you guys never had that.
So today I'm interviewing
Beth Mulvaney.
So the first question I have is, so do you think kids get enough school lunch, like enough food on their school lunch?
I do. I think they get a good variety, a great selection, and they can also choose if they opt to. We have lots of healthy choices, whether it be a healthier chip. We have ice cream, lots of other options like that as well.
If you were the students, would you eat the school lunch too?
I would. I totally would. It's great because we have, at least 8 to 10 different options a day, whether you want a bistro box or a sandwich, or you can also choose pizza. We have pizza. And then every day we have a rotating, whether it's, breakfast for lunch or Chinese food. So we always have a great selection. So yeah, I would.
Yeah. So if you were to eat the school lunch food, which one would you probably eat?
We just started making chili cheesesteak sandwiches. And so I tried that actually a couple days ago and it was great.
Good morning, Sierra. Black History was created to focus on the contributions to African American to the United States. The importance of Black History Month was that it honors Black people from all periods of the U.S. history, from the enslaved people who first brought over the African in the early 17th century to the African Americans living in the United States.
Boys basketball is a favorite sport at Sierra Middle School. There's A and B basketball home games today and tomorrow. Our Promise team will be cheering our boys on throughout the game.
Hey there, I'm TJ.
And I'm Carson.
Today we're going to be talking about the rise in physical health as a movement to help young teens get healthy. There's been a rise in younger teens going to the gym. More specifically boys, however girls have been participating in this too. For most people, they start by eating clean or having a set diet for the week. However, there's been a big wave of people going to the gym. This is likely due to everyone making a New Year's resolution for physical health. However, I've noticed it's become a big pastime for kids our age.
Even if people can't work out at a gym, they either make a home gym or start working out from home in many ways. This movement of physical health has mainly started from TikTok and has encouraged a huge amount of people trying to set their life on the right tracks and developing healthy habits at a young age. It has started off YouTube and other social media like Instagram and TikTok. There have been many people encouraging kids our age to quit doing drugs and alcohol, considering there has been a rise in young nicotine usage. The point of this movement is to help kids set a healthy life at a young age so that they don't look back on their life and feel regret. They also encourage kids to work out to improve physical and mental health.
There's been a rise in the discussion of young teen mental health, as there's been a noticeable decline in mental health. There are many reasons people think this is happening, but a reason that keeps getting brought up is not having healthy life choices. It has been noticed that when you have poor mental health, and you change your life by having a better sleep schedule, working out, and eating a well-rounded 3-meal diet 3 times a day, that your mental health can improve